Seniors, please read this closely. The $4,371 property tax opportunity. 92% of U.S. homeowners don't know about this, and the government hasn't exactly made it easy to discover. This is the information that can save you thousands. Pause for a moment, because what I'm about to share could put thousands of dollars back into your bank account. Money that has legally been available to you for years, but that very few people in government have taken the time to clearly tell you about. The average senior homeowner in the United States paid $4,071 in property taxes last year. And here's the hard truth. For 92% of them, that amount was higher than the law required. Not because they did anything wrong, not because they ran the numbers incorrectly, but because there is one single form that can dramatically reduce that bill. And most senior homeowners in this country have simply never been told that form exists. The AARP Foundation has laid it out plainly. 9.3 million older Americans qualify for a property tax reduction they are legally entitled to, and only 8% have ever submitted an application. The other 92% keep overpaying year after year, and the government has done very little to make sure they know. But here's the part you need to stay for, because this is where it becomes especially important. Even seniors who do find this form and file it, an unexpected number still get denied. Not because they don't qualify, but because of one specific section on the application that almost nobody knows how to fill out the right way. The county doesn't call you. They don't mail it back so you can fix it. They just deny it, close it, and the opportunity is gone for another full year. I'm going to show you exactly which section that is, exactly how to avoid that outcome, and exactly how to claim what you're legally owed, including the retroactive option that could let you recover years of overpaid taxes. Most people never hear about that part. Let's get into it. Here's everything we're covering today, the exact name of the form and how it works in the real world. The true dollar amounts ranging from $30 to $6,500 per year depending on your state. Why 92% of eligible seniors have never filed, the one mistake that gets most applications rejected before they're even looked at. The retroactive filing option, because in several states, if you qualified in earlier years and never knew, you may be able to go back and claim it. That last piece, the retroactive angle, is where major additional savings can show up. We'll get there. Meet Carol, a story that mirrors millions of others. Picture a woman named Carol. She's 68. She worked 26 years as a public school teacher in Illinois. She bought her home outside Springfield in 2001 for $162,000. By 2024, the same home was assessed at $310,000. Her yearly property tax bill had climbed to $7,400. Carol paid it every year for more than 2 decades, on time, without complaint, a responsible homeowner. Then in 2024, a neighbor casually mentioned the senior assessment freeze. Carol had never even heard the phrase. She went to the county assessor's website, researched it, and found something that genuinely shocked her. She had been eligible since 2021. 3 full years of overpayment. 3 years of paying thousands more than she legally owed. The county never mailed a notice, never picked up the phone, never mentioned it. Carol isn't unusual. Carol is the normal case. The AP Foundation runs a national program for one reason. What happened to Carol is happening to millions of senior homeowners across the country right now. While you're reading this, and we haven't even reached the rejection problem yet, the part that impacts even the people who locate the form. The form that changes everything, the Senior Homestead Exemption. The form is called the Senior Homestead Exemption. Some states label it the Senior Property Tax Exemption. Illinois calls it the Senior Citizens Homestead Exemption. The title varies depending on the state, but the process is essentially the same everywhere. Here's how it works. Your county sets your property tax using your home's assessed value. The exemption lowers that assessed value before the tax is calculated. So if your home is assessed at $300,000 and your state exempts $50,000 for seniors, you're taxed on $250,000 instead. That reduced amount applies every year for as long as you own the home and continue to qualify. But it can get even better. Some states offer something much more powerful, the senior assessment freeze. Rather than lowering the value, it locks your home's taxable value at a fixed level. Once you file, property values around you can rise. Your neighbor's tax bills go up every year. Yours does not. Frozen. Carol qualified for both and didn't know either program existed. The real savings. State by state. Let me show you the kind of money we're truly talking about. In New Jersey, the maximum savings under the Senior Freeze program can reach $6,500 per year. In Texas, homeowners age 65 and older receive an additional $60,000 exemption, saving eligible seniors about $938 per year in school district taxes alone. In New York, legislation signed in 2026 now lets localities exempt up to 165% of your home's assessed value. That is relatively new. In Illinois, the senior assessment freeze locks your assessed value permanently the moment you file. Now think about the long-term math. Over 10 years, a senior in New Jersey who files and stays in the home for a decade keeps $65,000 that would have gone to property taxes. In Texas, nearly $10,000. In Illinois, with home values increasing as sharply as they have, the savings grow every year the freeze remains in place. This isn't a small discount. This is a meaningful amount of money that already belongs to you, and most seniors in America never claim it. The retroactive option almost no one knows. Now here's the detail that very few people outside property tax law understand. Those numbers assume you filed this year, but in multiple states, if you qualified in prior years and didn't know the form existed, you may be able to file retroactively. Texas allows up to 2 prior tax years. Illinois allows up to 3 prior tax years. For Carol, that meant 3 years of overpayment she could try to recover. Real money, real refunds, money she already paid to the county, sitting in a tax fund, money she has a legal right to reclaim. This is the closest thing in the property tax system to money that is already owed to you. No investment, no advisor, no lawyer, just one form. And in states that allow it, a credit or refund may be waiting for you to claim. Why 92% of seniors never hear about it. So why is this happening on such a massive scale? In Illinois, the Senior Citizens Homestead Exemption has been on the books since 1994, more than 30 years. Yet, in all that time, the state has not mailed letters to qualifying senior homeowners to tell them it exists. Here's the plain reality. Property tax exemptions in the U.S. are not automatic. There is no agency tracking the day you turn 65. No system that flags your property record. No notice in the mail. The county assessor administers the program and typically has limited resources to promote it. The responsibility to find it, file it, and meet the deadline falls entirely on you, the homeowner. The AARP Foundation built a nationwide volunteer program precisely because the information gap is so large. In the last 5 years, that program helped seniors obtain nearly $10 million in property tax relief. $10 million from one volunteer effort. That number alone shows how many seniors remain unaware of this benefit each year. The deadline problem that costs seniors another year. Here's where it gets tougher. Even when seniors do discover the exemption, many still lose it. Not because they're ineligible, but because the deadlines aren't widely announced. No letter, no reminder, no warning. Florida closes its additional senior exemption on March 1st. New York City closes on March 15th. Texas closes April 30th. Colorado runs as late as July 15th. These dates aren't printed on your tax bill. They aren't mailed to your home. If you don't already know to search for them, the window closes quietly and you wait another full year while continuing to overpay. But deadlines are only the second most common reason seniors miss this. The number one reason is what I mentioned at the beginning, and we're there now. Issue number 1, submitting the wrong form. Many counties run several senior tax programs at the same time. The Senior Homestead Exemption is one form. The Senior Assessment Freeze is a different form. The Circuit Breaker Credit is another. The Standard Homestead Exemption is separate and may apply to homeowners of any age. These programs sit side by side in the same county office, with different eligibility rules, different deadlines, and different paperwork. When a senior finally finds the exemption and submits the wrong form, the county does not redirect it. They do not call, they do not email. The application is processed as submitted and denied. Closed. Weeks later, you get a letter saying you didn't qualify, but you did qualify. You just filed the wrong form, and now the window is shut for another year. Issue number 2. The income section that triggers denials. This is the issue I brought up at the very start, the one section that causes more rejections than anything else. Most states that offer this benefit also have a household income limit. Illinois, $65,000 per year. New York City, $58,000 to $399. Florida, the additional senior exemption requires income below $36,000 per year. When a senior submits the application without attaching proof of income, the application is automatically denied, not reviewed, not returned for correction, denied, closed, one missing document, one automatic denial, one more year of paying thousands more than necessary. This is the section that hurts even seniors who actually find the form. This is why careful, motivated homeowners still get rejected, because nobody told them that proof of income, such as your prior year tax return or a Social Security award letter, must be included the moment you submit. Your 5-step action plan. Do this now. Here is your step-by-step guide to claiming what is legally yours. Step 1. Confirm eligibility. Most states require age 65 or older and ownership of primary residence. Many states also require household income below a certain threshold. Review your state's rules before filing. Eligibility varies widely. Step 2. Locate the correct form. Go straight to your county assessor's official government website. Search your county name plus Senior Homestead Exemption Application 2026. Do not use a third-party website. Do not rely on unverified links. Always use the official government page. Unofficial sources may be wrong. Step 3. Gather every document before you start the form. Proof of age, driver's license, or birth certificate. Proof of ownership, deed or most recent mortgage statement. Proof of income, if your state has an income limit, your prior year tax return or Social Security award letter. Attach everything when you submit. No missing pages, no missing documents. This step often determines whether the application is approved. Step 4. Find your county's 2026 deadline today. Search your county name plus Property Tax Exemption Deadline 2026. Write it down, put it on your calendar. Set multiple reminders because I want to be clear. No one is going to remind you when it's approaching. Step 5. Submit to your county assessor's office. File online, by mail, or in person. Get confirmation. Keep copies of everything you submit. If you're filing retroactively, ask the office how many prior tax years your state allows, and submit a separate application for each eligible year. The bottom line, this benefit already exists for you. Let's be clear about what this is. This is not a handout. It's not a special giveaway. It's not charity. It is a benefit written into law for decades, money that legally belongs to you. And the only thing between you and thousands in savings is a single form that most seniors were never told about. Carol paid $7,400 a year for 3 years before she learned the truth. That's potentially more than $20,000 in overpayment. And Carol is just one of millions of seniors in the same position today. Some have overpaid for 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. The county won't call you. The state won't mail you a notice. The federal government won't flag your record when you turn 65. The system places the burden on homeowners, and that silence costs money for every senior who remains unaware. Don't let another tax year pass. Don't let another deadline close without action. Don't stay in the 92%. Be part of the 8% who finally claim what they're entitled to. Go to your county assessor's website today. Find the correct form. Gather your documents. Mark the deadline. File it correctly the first time with income proof included, and ask about retroactive filing. This could be one of the most financially valuable hours you spend this year. possibly this decade. Please share this with every senior homeowner you know, a parent, a neighbor, a friend in your community, because somewhere another Carol is paying $7,400 a year and simply waiting for someone to finally share this information. Subscribe to the Senior USA Hub channel for the latest helpful updates and resources. Take care.